Welcome, everyone, to our Agent Spotlight. I am Kathy Livingstone, one of the Senior Education Managers in Learning and Development. And today we have an outstanding Coldwell Banker agent who successfully utilizes BrandSrv to build her brand as well as her real estate business. BrandSrv, as you know, is one of our proprietary Coldwell Banker products that provides agents with a spectacular array of social media assets. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest today, Christy Tedesco, who is an extraordinary agent who serves the Arizona real estate market. Hello and welcome, Christy.
Thank you.
Hello. Before we begin, would you just take a brief moment to share a bit about your background and how you came to real estate?
Yes, so I'm actually very new, about 6 months into it. I used to be a news anchor, and so I brand new into this from that 23 years in journalism, and had a community outreach campaign that I had there where we created it straight from social media. It was called Christie's Kids. Drove that, got the whole community involved, driven by social media. We ended up raising almost $7 million worth of goods and services for children and families, but it was all driven by social media branding. And so I knew when I came into real estate, I was going to have to go through social media and have some really good tools that I could utilize to build this new business that I was entering in. And so I knew Coldwell Banker was really good at branding and they had good content, and that was where I was going to head first.
That's a great segue into our topic. Thank you,
Yeah,
Christy.
you're
Now,
welcome.
my first question then is, how has BrandSrv helped you build your brand, and what BrandSrv assets do you utilize?
I use a lot of them.
Great.
I troll it all the time. Um, I well, there you can see on the screen,
Yes.
when you send a lot of email in this industry, and you need to have a good email signature. So I made a business card email signature, and the logo that I chose there is from BrandSrv. I like the black
Fabulous.
and white.
It's beautiful. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you. Terrific. Now, in terms of social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, how are you interacting with those different social media platforms?
Um, well, that's my LinkedIn banner that I made, because obviously I'm in Arizona, so I needed a nice photo. Got that off of BrandSrv, and then of course the logo there. You can just click on and just play around. I mean, it actually is a fun, BrandSrv is a fun place to just play. It's like a playground. So you could just download and it's all free. It's just you could just pick and go by region, and there's a million logos, and just, I mean, if you're remotely creative, you can just play. I download them. I use Canva. A lot of
Okay.
us use Canva, and you can just, it's like scrapbooking. You just have fun. So that's my LinkedIn.
That's
Um,
well,
and that was like one little afternoon.
that's that's terrific. The other fun thing that you showed me is some of this animation that you've incorporated into some of these assets that we have on BrandServe. And
Right. So you made a
this
little
is
video and
yes.
I superimposed myself walking in. Boo. So you can't take yourself too seriously, right?
Right.
It's
You can
Halloween.
really, it is Halloween, but it really adds an element that is, it's more than just 2D, it's 3D now.
Right. And you know what? I went back and I looked, and people are still watching that video. Here it is, January. They're still watching.
And there's still other assets that still have some sort of animation that helps to capture the audience. And you did that here as well with the Cobble Banker sign.
I love the animated yard sign. I put that on my website actually. It's so cute. I love the animation. It's playful. But also I wanted to, be provocative in thought that people need, they knew me as a journalist. I have, the credibility and the trust, but people should also know that realtors are a very strong moral compass. And just like journalists, there's a lot of crossover in, well, some people like to criticize journalists, but really there are very strong moral compass that we follow as journalists, and realtors are the same. And
Very true.
so I put that post out there.
That's fabulous.
It got a lot of play on social media.
That's great. And there are some other assets that you utilize as well. And how often do you post when you do use these other assets?
I try not to overpost. I post a lot of personal things. You know, I follow the 80-20 rule. 80% not business, 20% business, because
Mm-hmm.
people feel spammed and they'll just block you.
Right.
But you know, this is an asset that you can carry with you, email. And so, but I built the top uh, logo with the photo and plugged it right in.
That's great. Yeah, and you can use it. You're right. You said you can send it. You can have it in your pre-listing packet. You can have it in your
Mhm.
buyer seller's packet. It's a fabulous piece for you to incorporate and certainly customize.
I think it's very important that you customize
Right.
much of as much as you can.
Absolutely. And my second to last question is, how easy is it to actually navigate through BrandSrv?
So easy. I could spend hours. It's scary.
Okay.
Really. But you know what's great is
What?
you have all those holiday materials.
Hmm.
You can go in, spend a day, or you know, if you're lucky enough to have an intern. I'm so new, I have to minimize my costs, but download everything, and you can schedule the postings. You have the dates right there. You make it so easy. You tell everyone when the holidays are, schedule all of your posts, and it's auto. Everything's taken care of. I mean, you make it so easy for everyone. You say St. Patrick's Day is this date. It's right there for everyone. Go in, schedule your posts. You can do it months ahead, set it and forget it.
That's great. Thank you, Christy. But
Yeah.
before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share with agents who have considered using BrandSrv but just haven't found the time to do so?
It would be the biggest mistake if you don't get on there and at least check it out. I honestly, truly believe that. The power of social media and marketing and attaching, I mean, it's such quality content. If you're not getting on there and checking out what's on my CB desk, you're really missing out. You're paying for it. It's free.
Hmm.
And to not, I mean, trust me, I you make money off of this and it's free. So
Yes.
I really think you're doing a disservice to your business if you don't check it out.
Fantastic. Thank you, Christy. That was a great endorsement for
Yeah.
BrandSrv as well as how to utilize it and what's available. So we really appreciate all your time. And thank you, everyone else, for joining us today for our very special Agent Spotlight. Tune in next month for next month's Agent Spotlight. We'll focus on the fabulous Real Vitalize program, which focuses on our sellers and as well as how Real Vitalize is helping our agents win more listings. So thank you again. We'll see you next month. Bye for now.
Bye.